Hey, Encrypt here, coming to you from the AMF Collab server. Alright, so today I'm standing in a big empty room that I just got done carving out, and this is going to be for the AutoCrafter. AutoCrafter, yes, that which you see behind me. So what the AutoCrafter does is it allows us to take multiple items that should be compressed or can be compressed into blocks, such as iron. That's a common one, or even melons, which is what the farm you see behind me does. It's not a farm. Melons, which is what the AutoCrafter you see behind me is going to do, and that is going to allow us to quickly craft the items in bulk. This is an amalgamation of both Impulse's AutoCrafter design, which is the bottom part, and then what's going to go above me is going to be Tango's Moonlight version of the auto storage. So, what I'm doing right here, right now, is getting ready to put the floor down, and we're going to do these guys. It's 9 to a side, and if you give me a second, I'm going to do a jump cut, and we'll go take a look at the iron version of this, which is actually 10 blocks on the other side. It's right down this hall. Alright, so here we are, literally 10 blocks on the other side of the wall behind me, and you can see this is the iron bulk crafter. I haven't added in the water streams or done anything with the dispenser timer. So right now this is just a storage system, and what's happening is the storage system you see behind me, and those that have watched Moonlight will recognize it as Tango's design. Those funnel down, and it's 2 hoppers. If you look up there, hold on, let me get my helmet on and whip this thing around. Okay, so what you can see is right up here, and I'm going to use my Optifine. Every single one of these hoppers has chest has 2 hoppers coming into it. So what it does is it all funnels into these guys, and this is going to be set up with a dispenser system. You stand here, there's going to be a pressure plate right here, you stand here, and all of these dispensers will fire on a fast clock, and all the stuff will come to your inventory, or come to your feet, and you can just stand here and craft blocks. And I'm going to give you a full-on demonstration of that in a minute. And what we're going to do is we're going to go top side and take a look at the dispensary system. So here we are top side, and as you can see, we've got iron that I've pulled from the broken Iron Titan. It collapsed just the other day, or we noticed just the other day that it collapsed. And what I've done is I've grabbed a whole bunch of iron and I fed it into these chests. Now this is supposed to be overflow storage. So once this storage here fills all up, and you can see there's lots and lots of chests, and right down there is where we were just standing. Once this all fills up and all of these chests are filled with iron from the Iron Titan, then this is all going to start backing up, because this guy here won't be able to run, and it's going to fill these hoppers right here. And I'm going to put some status lights that once these hoppers start filling up, we've got a problem, and we've got only like a day or so before it's going to have to do something interesting. And I've got an idea about flashing beacons in order to alert when somebody needs to come down and pay attention to these farms. Rick came up with that idea, and I thought it was brilliant, and I'm going to go ahead and implement it. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to get back to filling in the floor. Alright, we're still at the iron part of the farm. I'm doing this floor pattern right here. This is Rick's pattern, where you go diagonal every third, and I like it, so we're going to see if we can do it. Okay, so as you saw earlier, I had already laid all of the glowstone blocks in the appropriate pattern, so now it's just a matter of whipping these guys in with the half slabs here, so that way we can make a nice floor. Lesson that I had learned from Tango a couple of years ago is always floor with half slabs. Make sure materials go further. So yeah, about the broken Titan. I'm going to talk about that for a couple minutes while I just whip up this floor. That was an unfortunate discovery. I went looking for some iron at the Emerald City trash heap, which is where we let all of our stuff go into spawn, and noticed that it wasn't there. And there was no iron in the spot there where that comes out from the overflow system, the trench, and thought maybe it was just what the lazy loading from spawn had failed. And when I realized that the lazy loading from spawn, that hopper was empty, I went out to the Iron Titan and saw that, whoops, yeah, it was only spitting out one golem every couple of minutes. So, yeah, it crashed. The dispenser was empty, the hoppers were empty of the Keep Alive. And, yeah, so it was really, really sad. I'm going to cry. Alright, so what we need to do now, we need to get the hoppers on here, and I need to swap out my inventory for that part of the build, so I'll be right back. Alright, so these are going to be the supplies to do pretty much just the storage area of the bin. So we need 6 stacks of trapped chests, 6 stacks of regular chests, 12 and a little bit of change stacks of the hoppers. And we're going to need a little bit of powered rail, some redstone repeaters, some redstone comparators, some redstone. I've got my redstone just compacted into blocks for good measure. And then this is just leftover stuff. But if you wanted to know the raw materials, you're going to need about 7 stacks of iron and about 48 stacks of logs. And that would all fit into this one chest. So for the most part, I had this entire chest filled up and then emptied it out. So this is what we're going to need in order to get this thing cooking. Of course, a couple of ender pearls to help you bounce around, some torches for some temporary lighting, and what we're going to do is we're just going to pop some torches in. We're going to get these guys cooking. What I like to do is, let's see, I'm going to put that there, this here, and I'm going to grab one of them and one of them. And you know what? I'm going to grab this extra stack because we got to load up on the dispensers. So, of course, you're just going to need some 18 dispensers, some packed ice for doing the stuff. And this doesn't include all the things that are going to be happening down here. And, oh joy, look, I was digging out some diorite and apparently didn't fill it back up. Alright, so what we're going to want to do, give me just a second, I'm going to fill that in real quick. Okay, so it's now a couple hours, a couple of phone calls, and a couple of holes and some stuff mined later, and we'll go ahead and pick this up where we left off. Alright, so the first order of business, we want to get into the back of each one of these, the hopper chain, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to set up the very first slice, and we're going to take the very first slice all the way up to the top, and then but we're going to use this as a foundation. And this also, some of the guys had seen that I had set up a jump to beacon on top of the haste beacon and speed beacon that were already running, and this would be why. Interestingly enough, and this was serendipity. See this little piece of iron right here? That little piece of iron happens to be for the beacon that's right out there. And we're going to be using that beacon as an alerting tool. Alright, so here's the hopper chain, and this is what we need to do now. Okay, so you need to remember how this thing starts. Pop, pop. It all starts with a pop. Soda pop. Pretty sure that's how it starts. And then there. And I fall off a whole bunch of times. And nope, that's not how it starts. Why am I not getting this right? Alright, hold on one second. Okay, took a quick look at the picture again, and I know what I was doing wrong. Bang, pop. That's the key right there. Yeah, we're not going to do anything with the trap. I'm going to get them out of the line right now. And what the... Okay, we're going to have to get up there and clean those out. Okay, so this guy, pop here, pop there. This guy, Needs one in the end, and it's not going to let me do it while I'm standing there. Hopefully that got the spindly thing in the right spot. Okay, and pop, pop. Ah. Helps to have the shift button held when you do that. Okay. There is a shift button. It's Astra behind me trying to be a wiseacre. Okay, pop, pop, pop. Ugh. And now the folks that have watched Tango's Moonlight will have fond memories. Okay, so we want to one down, and this takes one like that. And we're going to want to put one here. And one here. And we need another two. That was silly. Right there. And this is why I grabbed that set of hoppers. And I'm just gonna borrow this. I got another hole to fill. Whoopsie. Alright, one there. We're going right to that wall with this chain. Ugh. Man. Jump boost too. It's a good thing. That and that. And this should be the last one. And there we go. Now, here comes that handy dandy ender pearl. More ore to get rid of. Okay, so there we go. And this should get us up there. I might have to tweak that line right there. Okay, so and apparently we got some friends outside that are eager to meet us. I hear them growling. Okay, so in here, at some point in time I'm going to stop slipping. And I'm stuck in the wall. Ooh, here we go. I can use this. So I cleared out this space knowing that we were going to be using it for all of this stuff. And there. Oops. As you can see, the pattern, it's a little complex, but it's not too bad. That's going to wind up downstairs in the hopper chain. Okay, so now this is where we turn back and it starts collapsing up. I can tell just by the look this is going to have to go. Ah! Okay, and probably this one too. Alright, we'll deal with that in a minute as we get closer. One there, one there. Fall down, jump up, rinse, recycle, repeat. Ugh, get on there. One there, one there. Here, here. That one was always down. And here we go. Bang, pop. Bang, pop. And bang, pop. Okay, see how that's open? That's what we want. We want that so that way you can open the chest. As long as you can open the chest, the items will flow into it and use that chest. If not, then that chest will be actually a block, and the items will not be able to flow into it properly. And finally, right there. And I don't think I can get up that, so we'll pearl it. Pearl-evator. Or not. Man, how many times can I epically fail a pearl jump in one episode? And that's a very bad question to ask, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to demonstrate it in a couple minutes. Alright, this is what I thought would happen. I'm going to have to... Really? Right there, there, and... Yeah, we're going to need to clear space. That's no good. And we also got to clear walking space so we can get in there and do maintenance if we need to. Okay, and back up top for the chest. Shift key, shift lock. I actually use a joystick to play this game, and I have a slider button that allows me to lock that guy down. Okay. One. I gotta stop trying to shift while on chests. It just doesn't work. I thought they fixed that. Oh, that was a fail. Alright. Get out of there. There we go. There we go. And there we go. Now, one more. A little lucky pearl throw. Whack that chest. Chop that chest. Jam a hopper in there. Pop this so I can stand on top of it. And a hopper in there. And finally, last hopper chain. And this is where things are going to get interesting, because we're getting tight. And this is where that temporary lighting comes in that I had mentioned. Alright, so last bit of the slice. Pop, pop. And I will jam that in there, and we will absolutely, positively need that sliced clean. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set what it takes to walk on these guys. Obviously, we got a lot of gravel that's going to get in the way. I have no idea how much gravel I cleared out already. Okay, so this is our paradigm. Alright. Give me a second. Let me slice this out and clear away this floor. You'll see what the whole slice looks like. And then I'll be able to, I don't know, maybe I'll get creative and do a time lapse. And you can see me build this whole thing. Alright, give me a second and I'm just going to clear this right out. Alright, so what you see here is a little bit of a mistake. I put on one layer more than I needed. I went back and tore it out and put that wall back. We only needed 5 layers of, or excuse me, 6 layers of ramp stairs. So let's go ahead and get these guys down. And we'll turn my console back on. And yeah, so what we need to do here is get this guy finished. And I gotta go find an account that I can use to do some recording with. So give me a second and let me see if I can get a time lapse going in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching that time lapse as much as I did making it. It really wasn't that bad, probably all told about 30 minutes to just whip all those into place. The hard part, of course, was gathering all the supplies beforehand, but then again, Mergerin gave us a tree farm, so all I had to do was run back and shuttle the wood back and forth. And an Iron Titan, so we had plenty of iron, so yeah, lots of good stuff. Now we just gotta go and get the rest of the rail system done. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to go ahead and cut the episode here. It's starting to run a little bit long, and if I put in the second half of this right now, it'll be 50 minutes long before you know it. So I'm going to split this into two parts, and this is done of part 1, and I'll have part 2 out real shortly. It's already in the can. Alright, see you guys in a little bit for part 2. Encrypt out.